Weekly freebie games for you.
And deals too. Alright, you little beauties from around the interwebs, it's me, Glyn, CheapSkate Gaming, or if you want to rumble, Wokepotamus. And of course this is the Freebie Weekly Roundup, where I round up all your games that you can get for free and a lot of deals as well. So I think I'm going to do this without my glasses on. Let's get my eyes are up. Right, there I am, look. See the eyes, look into the eyes, look around the eyes. Right, so let's just jump into it. And always we jump straight into the Epic Game Stores. Now, here I am, I'm down here. Yeah, not a great week for the Epic Games, but again, it's totally free. All you need is an Epic Game Stores account, and you can grab Escape Academy. Let's read the blurb. I'm not expecting much off this one. Welcome to Escape Academy. Train to become the ultimate escapist. Solve puzzles, hack servers, meet the faculty. Brew the perfect cup of tea. Ew, very British. Escape rooms in single player or co-op with a friend, local or online. So there we are, that's escape rooms. They make it sound, that's Escape Academy, sorry. It sounds more interesting than it really is. But then next week we are getting Behind the Frame. Again, not that great. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the game Behind the Frame except for you can finish it in about 15 minutes. It's a very short game. I got the VR version as well. I haven't played it in VR. I don't know if that makes it any more interesting. It's okay. It's more of a nothing burger. It's not really. It's hard to even call that a game, to be honest. Right. So we'll just jump straight into the Prime games. Now, there's only 3 games for free. Free games on Prime this week, and they are: if you are you smarter than a 5th grader? Steam World Quest, Hand of Gilgamesh, and Grip, one of my favourite racing games to play in VR. I do like Grip in VR, great game. But I'll let you into a little secret. Next week they are dropping, or they are giving away Zombie Army 4. Or Zombie Army 4. So look out for that next week. So it's going to be a good week next week. So that's not too bad. Nothing particularly great there. It's shouting. Don't forget they do have cloud games which you can play even if you haven't got a powerful PC. Just play them in your browser, and they call it Luna, and you can play Metro Exodus at the minute and Fallout 3, Meat Boy and Airhead. You can also play all the Fortnites as well. You can see there's loads of different types of Fortnites, but they're always on there. But the ones this month, Metro, great game, Metro Exodus, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, Meat Boy and Airhead. So that's your Prime gaming. So the big standout there, I would say. The best game there, I'd say, if you've got VR helmets, play Grip on VR. Now, you need a GOG account for Grip, a GOG account for Steam Quest, and an Epic Game Stores for the puzzle game Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? Okay, so we'll jump along to the Steam store, and with the Steam, these are all the free games. Let me pause that a minute. So there's loads of free games given away every week on Steam, every day basically. They drop 5 or 6. I've just earmarked some of the free ones. Let me show you. I should have really shown you how to grab them. So let me just show you on this instead. We can move this around. So go to your Steam store, press search on the search bar up here, drag this little bar down to free, change from relevance to release date, and make sure you click the show selected games only here, games, and essentially from today heading backwards in time, these are all the games that have been dropped onto Steam for free, and we're running the ones I've sort of chosen to have a look at run from the 9th of January. Right, let's put that back where it should. Okay, and the games I've chosen to have a little look at are Samurai Brothers, because this one looked pretty cool. Is it playing? There we go. And Samurai Brothers is a fast-paced shared screen multiplayer game. In addition to the solo mode, 2 modes are available for multiplayer games. Do you want to fight against your friends or work as a team against a multitude of enemies? So that's pretty cool. I do like the graphic style. That's very sort of old school 8-bit style graphics. Quite cool. and it's a multiplayer, and you can play. Oh, I think you can play it online as well. It's co-op actually. No, remote play together, shared split screen, or co-op split screen. So that's pretty cool. That's one of the games. They got a Samurai Brothers. The other one I thought I loved is this one called Templar, and it's basically just an old-fashioned side-scrolling beat 'em up. I just thought it's cool. It's very quick blurb. Templar is a 2D indie platformer hack and slash game. Nothing more to it. And obviously, you've got some little extras there, items you can use. Nothing amazing looking, but I do like the graphical style, sort of the hand-drawn graphics. Looks alright. Nice little blast for 10 minutes. So on to the next one, and I thought this one looked cool. Orbital Cascade. So if you're a fan of Bubble Bobble, that type of thing, or Bubble Burst type games, and that's what this is. It's a Bubble Burst type game. So it's a 360 version. Not sure what the aeroplane's got to do. Let's have a read the blurb. Puzzle game inspired by classics like Zuma, where you pop colourful bullets, unleash dazzling combos, and rise to conquer the skies. Strategize your moves, master the challenge, and claim victory. So there we are. There's a free little puzzle game for you. And let's move on to the next one. And this one's called Visions. And this is a really clean 3D graphic looking puzzle game. I'll read the blurb. Welcome to Visions, a world made of dreams, where puzzles are truth and you must bring meaning to their madness. So I do like a good puzzle games. What's the one I really like? It's not The Happening. Not The Wanderer. Something like that. Anyway, there is a copy one called The Wanderer. The Visitor, or something like that. Anyway, there's a great 3D game, very similar to that. That's what this is sort of inspires by. You're basically walking around in a 3D world. You come to little things, solve the puzzles, it lets you move on. So there's that one. Looks cool. Might even come up in here as games I played that I like it. No, nothing else is like it. Anyway, and finally we thought I'd take a look at this one called Neot Tag. So are you a fan of, I keep calling it super acrobatic, rocket powered battle cars, but most people call it Rocket League, and essentially this is Neot Tag, and I'll better play the video again. It's parkour meets Rocket League. So turn up and beat your opponents in Neot Tag League, a futuristic sport where sci-fi parkour robots fight for the ball to score points. Jump, roll and walk, run, grapple, dodge and attack in this team-based multiplayer game. Again, totally all free of charge, this stuff. So that was a look at all the sort of hand-picked freebies that I thought you could have a look at. There are plenty more now. But I want to have a look at some of the deals. And again, I'm just going to go with deals under £4. We'll turn it back to relevance, and I only want games and I want special offers. Now, I've never seen it this cheap on Steam before. Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim Special Edition. Now, I can guarantee you about 8% of the world own this game by now, but if you haven't got it on PC, now's your chance. Grab it for £3.50, download Nexus mods or Vortex, and start modding the game and just up the graphics using mods, because it's amazing. There's even a mod on there that allows you to keep your achievements running even with mods, which naturally it turns off. So yeah, definitely play Skyrim with loads of graphical mods. Great, phenomenal, probably one of the best games, definitely one of the best games of the last 20 years, Skyrim. Well, without doubt the best game of the last 20 years. Yeah, so there's that. What was the other one I was going to point out? There was a couple of others. There's one I picked up recently. Wallwood's pretty good for £1.76. Do like that game. Great little arcade indie game. There's not much on there else on there, is there? Problem is the way it's set about, it's quite tricky to find. But anyway, have a little look. I picked up this recently, the Shore. They've got a VR version of it. I don't know if it's any good. I haven't played it yet. So yeah, there's a little deal, but definitely that is the deal of the week here. £3.49 for Skyrim. Normally when it's on a deal it's about £7.99, so that's definitely worth checking out. Right, so with the Steam deals out the way, or the free Steam games and the Steam deals, pop over to see what they've added to the PlayStation Plus and the PlayStation Extra and the PlayStation Premium, and the answer is nothing, nada. So there's no update to the PlayStation Extra. They're the same games that were on last week's standouts of Sonic Frontiers and WRC Generations. The free PlayStation Plus games are Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit Remastered, Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, and then they've added nothing to the premium, and they haven't included any extra new PSVR games to play for free either. So we'll jump straight on to the Xbox, and this is the Xbox Game Pass with PC Game Pass as well. So for Xbox Game Pass, they've chucked you UFC 5. So if you love beating up women, or you're a woman and you love beating up men, join in UFC 5. You'll enjoy that game. And then for the PC, so that's the new edition this week. For the PC, there's no UFC, no beating up anybody. You've got to play Diablo, and this is the old Diablo from God knows when, 1990s, early 2000s, something like that. So yeah, that's it. That's your Game Pass. Not much really to shout out about there, unless you really like UFC games. They must be okay because they're up to number 5. I know graphically they're stunning, but there's only so much you can get out of these sort of games, in my opinion. We're going to take a look at some bundle deals, because we love our bundle deals here on the CheapSkate Gamings. And Fanatical have just launched a new one. We're going to take a look at it in a minute, but I want to point out that it's one I've covered before, but some of the games were run out, but they've got copies of Hammersmith, Hammerwatch back in Anniversary Edition, so you can pick up that. Free games for £1, and if you're going to pick up free games and you haven't got them, pick up Hammerwatch, Chaos Spain and Mordheim. Some really good free games for £3 there. I quite like the Fighting Fantasy games, so I've picked them up already, as you can see here, and I've added this to my account. I've got to choose another 2 games. I'm not sure, I've got to check which games I already own. They don't all come up on my automatically on there. But I also want to point out that the Monster Hunter bundle, you can get 2 games for £5, 4 games for £18, but for £20 you can get a better deal over on the 8 games for, I'm not sure what that comes to. You can get all of these for £20 on Humble Bundle, and we'll cover that in a minute. But let's check out the new bundle. They've added this Slayer bundle. This is quite new. 3 games for £5, and then going down in price depending on how many extra games you buy. There's nothing in particular that jumps out at me there. Hellpoint maybe looks pretty cool. But this is the new one now. Fortunately, this has got something to talk about. There's some meat on the bones with this one. And again, it's free for £5, but just have a look at the quality of the games in here. We have got the Diluvian Ultra, amazing game. Hyper violent, very big in very popular at the minute. BPM, great game. Prey, one of the standout titles, definitely big hit. Prey, it was underrated when it first came out. It's one of those ones where people who play it love it. You got Wraith of Aeon, great game. Sprawl is an amazing game, but you can pick it up cheap. You can get this for about 50p from certain key resellers like Aniba, like I covered last week. And then you got the Quake remake here, or the Quake sort of like they just call it Quake, but it's actually like a remastered edition. And then you've got loads of other stuff on here. Look, Wolfenstein The New Order is on here. You've got these great first-person shooters. This Jawbreaker, which is on the front page, looks amazing. I'll show you this now on the...
Someone there?
It's like a horror...
Are you hiding from me?
Turn it down. Jawbreaker is a punishing stealth and survival horror game. That looks cool as hell. So there's loads of good stuff on here. Gross. I'm not sure what that's about. Is it gross? I don't know. This Graven game looked cool. This looks cool, like a first person, like Quake but with wizards in a way. That looks pretty cool. Exploding barrels, who doesn't love it? And puzzles in it, so that looks pretty cool. There's loads of good stuff in there, so I definitely recommend checking out Fanatical this week. And last but not least, we'll go and check out the Humble Bundle deals. And they've added one new one since last week. Now, I was going to cover I was on about that Monster Hunter deal, and here it is here. Let me just go into this first. And for 20 quid, you get all these DLCs. So you get Monster Hunter Rise, plus the 2 DLCs. And then, sorry, I mean Monster Hunter Rise Soulbrick, and 2 DLCs. And then you can get Monster Hunter Iceborne, which is a big DLC, and the 2 other smaller basically all the DLCs for Monster Hunter for 20 quid. That's a good deal. That's a very, very good deal. But this is the new one I thought I'd point out, and I think this is quite a good deal. So it's called Motorsport Drive and Thrive. And for £12.64, you get 11 games. So let's start at the bottom. So you get Truck Racer, Truck Racing, European Truck Racing Championship, V-Rally 4, WRC7, TT Isle of Man. You get a coupon off Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, Monster Truck Championship, WRC 8, Isle of Man 2, WRC Generations, which is one of the latest ones from EA, so that's the latest one of those, Overpass 2, which is quite new, and TT Isle of Man 3, which is the latest one. So those 3 games alone are worth the £12.64, and just think of the other games as freebie throw-ins as well. I'm not sure what the truck racing games are like. I've never played them. But I have played Isle of Man TT 1 and 2, great games. So I'm guessing number 3 is hopefully is even better. And I've played a bit of the WRC. I can't remember the last one I played. I think it was 8 or 9, and that was actually really good. So I'm guessing the WRC Generations is actually a really good rally game. Overpass 2, I'm not sure, but it's like a dirt off-road style racing game. So you basically got motorbikes, off-road and rally game there, and then you got monster trucks and truck racing. So that's not bad. 3 rally games, 2 truck racing games, 1 monster truck racing game, 3 motorbike games, and a money offer game as well. So that's pretty outstanding deal. Right then, I think that's that for now. Let's go to the full view. So there we go, guys. So not a bad deal as far as the bundles are concerned. Skyrim, definitely I highly recommend trying out some mods. They're not so tricky now. There's plenty of little things on YouTube that show you how to get Vortex working. It more or less sorts it out. There's a couple of things you need to add first to make sure that it gets there. One of them is called SKSE64. Once you got that bit working, it kind of sorts itself out, and the Vortex mod basically tells you if there's anything going wrong with the mods and if there's any conflict, so you can just like stop one mod and start another. But once you have a little look at the sort of the extra trees, the extra grass, and building high-res graphics for the buildings, it's like, oh, it still looks stunning even today. Great deals with the humble bundles there, and that definitely worth checking out, that Fanatical, so that's good. And again, next week look out for Army Zombie 4 coming from Prime Gaming. Epic Games been a bit pants really. Can't really moan too much. They had a great Christmas, so I'm not going to down them too much. Not much to say about the PlayStation or the Xbox Game Passes and PlayStation Pluses. So overall, not a bad week if you're willing to spend a few quid and grab yourself a bundle deal. So I think that's more or less me out. So I'm Glyn. This has been CheapSkate Gaming, or Wokabotomus if you're on Rumble, and we'll see you We'll see you with some new deals and new free games next week, guys. Drop every Thursday to Fridays, somewhere in between, sometimes late at night. Anyway, we'll see you in the next one, guys. Thank you for joining me. Bye now.
CheapSkate Gaming, yeah, you know the name. They got the games that won't break the bank, so come on over and join the crew. They'll show you how to game and save money too. CheapSkate Gaming, yeah, you know the name. They got the games that won't break the bank, so come on over.